And you mentioned Kobe Bryant, and you've always posted photos of him and talked about your relationship. Obviously, he's Laker royalty.
Mhm.
Tell me about your relationship with him.
So I was one of the only females that flew on the plane when we would go on the road. And,
Mhm.
me and him would always sit and talk to each other. We'd always sit together. And of course, totally platonic. I think people are like, oh, what? That's weird that she'd say that. No, we'd be talking about Vanessa. He'd give me advice about who I was dating. He always hated
Yeah,
whoever I was dating. He said, what are you doing? Don't date that guy. So, but then he would really encourage me. We'd talk a lot of hoops. We'd talk basketball and we would talk about females, like, and all those things I struggled with. And he just was so good. It's not just those things you see like on TikTok. He was very, very true to being inspiring, not just to
yeah,
women, but to everyone. And just he always just had those great like one-liners. And I mean, he was so funny, but he was so great and always wanting to make sure I felt comfortable, and I think that was like so important. And it's just, to me, it's still like I'm still in shock just that he's gone. I always think that like, oh, I just haven't seen him. That's how I
yeah,
like that's how I process people who aren't here anymore. I'm like, oh, I just haven't seen him. They're on
right.
vacation or he's in Italy or like whatever. But then there's times where it's like, wow, because there's times I want to pick up the phone and you want to call him and say, what do I do in this situation? And it's like, Dr. Buss and Kobe are both gone, and so it's tough because those are the people that I would pick up the phone and ask like for advice from.